Yipee-Ki-Yay, Mr. Falcon.
Oh, I am Tyler's itchy scrotum.
I am Tyler's aching back.
No, the name was Jack, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was Jack, right?
I am Jack's colon. I get
cancer. I killed Jack. There's a whole series of these. I am Jill's nipple.
I am Jack's medulla oblongata.
That was a great flick. I just saw that last week. First time in a while. Hadn't watched it a lot when we were younger. Way too much, probably.
That was one of the ones that we both got completely obsessed with. Like, this is the greatest movie ever.
Well, we were not the only ones. We were not. We were at the exact right age too. Like,
yeah, we were the all singing, all dancing crap of the world, man.
Yeah. Ready to question everything, and that movie all of a sudden was like asking a lot of questions. Our idiotic.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. I thought I came up with that last week. I'm 14. I'm a genius.
Yeah, everything out of Tyler Durden's mouth, you were just like, I know, right?
Yeah. Brad Pitt telling us not to be into commercials and shit. But I didn't get the irony at the time, but it makes it even better now. It's still fun, too.
Book?
I have. Yeah, I did read the book.
It's a great book with a better ending than the movie.
Yeah, there's more themes explored in the book, of course, that they didn't really, they kind of shied away from some of it for the movie. Yeah. The movie was confusing enough, like, for audiences at the time.
I don't know how long this stuff has been out, but like there's like a bunch of people now that are watching that movie and positing that like it's even crazier than what they originally thought. Like, we know that Tyler Durden is not real. You know that that Brad Pitt isn't really there.
Right.
There are people now that are saying that neither is Marla.
Marla's not there.
Marla's not there either. And like, you watch like some of the stuff that they suggest as being like proof of that is pretty crazy. You know, like nobody else in the movie talks to her at all. The only other person that supposedly interacts with her is Tyler, like Brad Pitt. Well,
I mean, at the very end, the Project Mayhem henchmen bring her to the the building before everything blows up.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, there is that.
I don't think they talk to her, but she definitely squawks at them quite a bit.
Right. Like they just show them like walking out of the room. I don't know. It's crazy. Like when you watch
one of those
it
internet things.
I
don't know. I'll see. Maybe next time I watch it, maybe I'll think about it, but I don't believe it. I guess they could say it like, yeah, she lives in that other lady's apartment who gets the Meals on Wheels and
right.
Yeah, I guess
and
you
like
could.
all the hyper masculine stuff that Brad Pitt represents and the stuff he's raging against, I think is embodied by Marla. She's the other half of that equation. You know, like all
it would explain why nobody kicks her out of
stuff.
the testicular cancer support group. You know,
right? Yeah, like why would nobody say anything?
I don't know. I've read the book. I've thought about it a lot. I found I can just watch the movie and enjoy it now because it's just fun.
And we all got obsessed with Chuck Palahniuk for a hot minute.
Yeah, Choke was a good movie too. With I always forget his name, man.
Sam Rockwell.
Yeah, Sam Rockwell. Excellent movie. And Angelica Houston plays his mother. That was a good one. It was a good book too. I read that one a long time ago. Jesus. I saw another movie over the weekend that was not good. It was not good.
What was it?
I actually sought this shit out because I saw somebody post about it on Instagram, and it was like a horror movie account. And you never know. Like, they just post the most random shit. I think it's bots that just, like, scour horror movie titles and synopses and just post them. and it was a flick called Full Eclipse from 1993.
93. It's a werewolf movie?
Kind of. It was a made-for-TV movie starring the incomparable Mario Van Peebles.
Oh, Mario.
Right? All right, I'm going to read you the synopsis of this. It also starred that dude, Bruce Payne. He was in a lot of horror movies. He was in the Warlock sequels.
Bruce Payne.
You'd know his face. Like, he's been in some... He's always a bad guy.
He's got one of them faces.
One of them faces, yeah. Well, the synopsis is... The LA Police Department have a special team of officers with a talent for reducing big-time crime. The team leader has an excellent track record for crime reduction in other big cities, but his methods are unconventional, and so is he. He's a werewolf.
It just says he's a werewolf.
There's a dash, and then it says he's a werewolf.
Wait, is he a wolf cop?
What?
Is he a wolf cop?
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, this sounds like the predecessor to Wolf Cop.
He sounds like a wolf cop.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like a whole bunch of wolf cops in L.A., so I had to check it out, right? And it's got the woman from Lethal Weapon 2, the South African lady, the blonde lady. I was like, all right.
Okay.
So I start watching this thing, and Jesus Christ, even for a made-for-TV movie, it was pretty fucking bad. Horrendous dialogue, just stunning.
Oh, I just found the poster for it.
Yeah.
Does it take place in the future?
No. This is just here's the whole deal, right? So
what's with the toaster oven looking gun that
nobody
Mario Van
knows.
Peebles is holding?
It's like a serum gun. I don't know. I think it's just a mock-up for the poster. This dude he's a police detective, right? But he wears like super fancy, weird Euro trash suits all the time, and has just a gaggle of strangely evocative women walking around with him all the time. But he's like a cop, right? Who just transferred in from some other city, some hotshot cop gonna fix the LA crimes wave. I don't know, man. And Mario Van Peebles is a local cop who's very beginning his partner gets shot up and is dying in the hospital. And someone comes and injects him with some mystery serum. And all of a sudden, he's like jumping over cars and running through the fucking city and chasing motherfuckers down on motorcycles and shit. And then apparently he gets real depressed and makes a silver bullet and blows his brains out in the middle of the fucking police department.
As one does.
As one does. And then hilarity ensues. You essentially have what is a quasi jacked up werewolf-esque SWAT team that goes on missions to like kill criminals in their lairs, and they like have these weird dagger-like Wolverine claws that come out of their hands at the knuckle, like where Wolverine's claws would be, but there's 4 of them. And they're long as shit. So, like, there's this one scene, because, of course, Van Peebles eventually gets jacked up on the wolf serum. And him and the blonde chick, like, break into a crime den and just start shooting and slashing up fucking bad guys everywhere. And there's not even good gore, because it was made for TV. And then...
There's lots of squelching noises. And
there's, like, a werewolf rape, kind of... And
oh god,
it's just all over the place, man. There's a strangely gratuitous, extremely PG sex scene. It's a very confusing film. All right, so I lied.
Whoa.
There actually is a sex scene because this was an early HBO movie.
Okay.
So they do have F-bombs, and they do, but the gore wasn't good. There was hardly. It was. I don't know, dude.
I have a question.
What? Talk to me.
You said you sought this out.
I did, because like you said, it sounded wolf cop-ish. I'm like, it could be nutty. I could imagine, like, I was imagining, like, I thought it was going to be like a single cop who in the city turns into a werewolf. I'm like, that could be kind of neat. But no.
a wolf SWAT team.
Yeah, like half wolf. Like they didn't go full wolf. No one goes full wolf.
Wolf SWAT.
Yeah, the full wolf guy comes at the end, and he looks like like they didn't do legs. It's just from the waist up. You only see him, and he's just pawing around. He looks like a bear, kind of.
That's incredible.
It was incredible, and I watched the whole fucking thing. I can definitively say that Wolf Cop was fucking way better. Both movies have a stupid name pun, though, the same stupid name pun. The bad guy in Full Eclipse, his character's name is Adam Guru, right?
Guru?
And yeah, Guru is his last name. And the main character in Wolf Cop, his name is Lou Guru, because Rougarou is the French werewolf legend. I think it's French. I don't know if it's French. It's somewhere. I remember. It's in my brain somewhere. Yeah, both have a Rougarou name joke. It's like,
Rougarou.
Dr. Alucard.
What? Oh man! Like, but okay. So you sought this, but again, you said you sought this out. Did you just like hear about a movie about wolf cops and think like, oh, maybe that's cool, or
I was enticed by the 90s-ness
what
of
made you
it.
even go looking?
Like, I was enticed by the 90s-ness of it, and I thought it could be like trashy. Like I thought it, because HBO, like early HBO,
Right?
I thought
No,
of it.
I get it.
But it turned out to be like that lame, not even Tales from the Crypt kind of gore, just really bright red in your face, and it was just so fake that it didn't even look cool. If that, like, there was a certain way cable, like made for paid cable shit looked back then, and it all kind of had like a Skinamax look to it. Like you never knew if you were watching like Real Sex or Red Shoe Diaries or like a movie when it was that one brief beautiful era. Oh, and the Rougarou is a Cajun werewolf myth. I was close with French.
Okay, yeah,
kind of close.
Yeah, he got them damn hair clawed there, man.
Did you see Wolf Cop? That was great, by the way. He got them clawed, man.
Yeah, man, you better take care. He better take off into the woods at you.
Outstanding.
I've seen Wolf Cop. I think I got hammered while we were watching it.
Yeah.
So I don't remember all that much about it. I just remember it being insane.
Oh, it's a classic. I love it so much. It's so shitty and so good. Driving werewolf with a gun. I never would have. It's magic. Anyway.
Full Eclipse. Well, wait. So do they only run missions when the full moon is out?
No.
And they're wolfified?
Aren't you listening, man? They have werewolf serum.
I know they got serum, but like, okay, so they get the serum. Do they change back and forth at will, or do they just stay all wolfed up?
They change back and forth like Jekyll and Hyde style when they do the serum. But if they do the serum too many times, they turn into a total werewolf. It doesn't seem to have much to do with the moon. They show the moon a lot. Doesn't have anything to do with the moon.
They're in the van. They're like, we're approaching the target location.
No.
Everyone wolf
no
up.
van. They set up on the coastline, and they all do their little injection thing in their neck or their leg with the wolf juice, and then they swim dolphin style through the water and then emerge and wreak havoc. And also,
just nine wolves coming out of the surf.
And the soundtrack, whenever they're on screen, constantly has growls and also cat noises for some ungodly fucking reason. Like it's like Sex Panther noises. You know, it sounds exactly like that little sound effect they use for the Sex Panther thing in Anchorman. Yeah, and they just play it over and over again. It was fucking a kind of rage-inducing movie, you know? I hate Mario Van Peebles now. Hate him.
I mean,
Solo.
How much did you like him before?
Not a lot.
Solo was not a bad movie.
Solo was good. He was not the best part of Heartbreak Ridge.
He was a serviceable Highlander bad guy.
No, he wasn't.
He was fine.
The voice. The cloud.
Well, he was following the goddamn Kurgan. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that whole movie is just a shittier retelling of the first one with a shittier bad guy. Why is he always dripping?
But it was better than part 2.
It was better than anything is better than part 2. Fucking Dante's Peak is better than part 2.
Dante's Peak.
You like that? Dante's Peak.
Dante's Peak.
That's running around one of the streaming services and I think Amazon. I saw that the other day too.
It's phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
Is that the Pierce Brosnan one?
The Pierce Brosnan and the Linda Hamilton. And that's pretty much it. Nobody else was in it, just a bunch of character actors. But it was one of those 90s movies that had a counterpart that came out like right on its ass. Dante's Peak, of course, is a volcano film. It's about a volcano, very much in the it's like a take on Mount St. Helens, kind of. You know, it's that kind of situation. It's a long, dormant volcano that people just think of as a mountain, and
that thing's never gonna erupt. You're crazy.
The mountain would never hurt us. And Pierce Brosnan is a volcanologist. And Linda Hamilton is the young, spunky mayor of the town.
Is that a real term, a volcanologist?
Actually, yeah. One who studies volcanoes. Yeah, it's like a specialty of geology, I think.
How recently have you watched this?
Fairly. Why?
I have this. This is very specific.
Uh-oh.
I have this one stupid memory from this movie. There was like this dude. He was like a bit part actor in like a bunch of movies. He was I think he was in True Lies. He was one of the analysts from True Lies. He's like he looks like maybe like Middle Eastern or something or India.
Yeah, he's in this. I know who you mean.
He grabs coffee. He's like coffee, cappuccino, Java. Is that from Dante's Peak?
I don't think so. If it is, I missed that scene. That dude's name is Grant Heslov.
He's like part of the research team.
And
he's like freaking and he's like freaking out about coffee. And
it might have been
something.
It might have been
something my sisters and I used to do ad nauseum, you know. And then my dad would like. He would just hate us for it.
Yes, I could see that.
Knock it off.
I could see that. I
don't know why.
There's a member of the cast of The Thing is in Dante's Peak. Charles Hallahan.
Hallahan. Who was he in The Thing?
I don't remember his fucking name in The Thing. He's the big doughy guy with white curly hair.
Okay.
You love it. You've seen this, right? So you've seen Dante's Peak. You know Dante's Peak.
Dante's Peak.
All right. You know all
I've
about
seen
it.
Volcano as well.
Volcano. That's the other one, man. That shit. So, where are we here? Dante's Dick, which was the porn parody name. Very inventive. You'd think they would have gone with Dante's Prick, but no. All right. Came out.
That's clever.
It came out February 7th, 1997. All right. Volcano, starring Tommy Lee Jones and Anne Hesh, came out on April 25th, 1997. So, just a few months apart. Two seriously volcano-focused movies, but they were really, really different. Did you ever see Volcano?
I have.
Yeah. Okay. What do you feel?
I mean, they're different. They're different flavors of Volcano, right? Like Dante's Peak falls firmly in just like a natural disaster movie. You know, like there's a volcano. It's going to erupt. It's a natural occurrence. It's unlikely, but it falls firmly within the realm of possibility. It's a volcano. And they do erupt from time to time.
Yeah.
You know?
And it was a smaller budget movie, too. all in
Yeah.
all.
Volcano, on the other hand, oh my God, it's like Twister is kind of like Dante's Peak. Like tornadoes are real, tornadoes happen. They made a movie about tornadoes. Volcano's just like, what would happen if a volcano erupted in the middle of L.A., which is like fucking absurd.
That is literally the premise of the movie. I guess.
That's how, I guarantee you, that's how this got made. Some asshole in the boardroom was just like, "What? Hear me out, guys. What if
A disaster movie in Los Angeles, but it's not an earthquake? What if?
it's a what's worse than an earthquake? A volcano."
A volcano. Everyone knows there's seismic activity under LA. I remember seeing a trailer for this in front of another movie in the theater. And all I remember from it distinctly was that the word volcano came up on the screen, and then all of the letters faded out except LA. And I was like, oh, that's so clever. So clever film. Yeah, this is a fucking shit show of a movie. It's nuts. It was just a citywide disaster movie. And it was in that era when they were blowing up cities in movies a lot because they suddenly could with CGI. You know,
Right.
after Independence Day showed everyone you could destroy Washington, they just, and every other city on Earth.
Yeah, how can we destroy?
Yeah. And they're like, can we make lava look cool with computers? Yep, yeah. And it actually looked, I remember both of those
does look
movies
good.
looked pretty good. Dante's Peak was more, it was about a small town. It was a very small cast. I mean, some shit happened, and but it's more of like the contrast, like they introduce you to the small town, and then later you see it all covered in ash, and it's like, wow, the power of nature. And it's more about like saving the mayor's family and getting them out, and her and Pierce Brosnan slowly falling in some sort of love. Volcano was just like a straight adventure movie. Yeah, like Volcano, I feel like should have been. It was directed by somebody named Mick Jackson, but it feels like it should have been a Michael Bay movie,
It does have that flavor.
Yeah, it feels like Armageddon for sure. Like if you're
And,
going to... It's the Armageddon to Deep Impact. Dante's Peak is Deep Impact for sure.
Like Dante's Peak is like Jaws, and Volcano is like The Meg.
They do both
or
have...
Deep Blue Sea.
Extremely disturbing scenes that are very similar. I believe the one I'm thinking of is Volcano. I'm pretty sure it is. Definitely
like
in Dante.
Slow creep of the lava.
Dante's Peak has this scene where the family's in a boat escaping the lava, and they realize the water has become acidic because of some volcano thing that Pierce Brosnan. You remember this part? And it starts like melting through the bottom of the boat, and like the engine, the propeller melts like 10 yards from the dock. And they're trying to paddle in the acid water, and then the grandma just like fucking gets out of the boat and drags it to the fucking dock. Yeah, and she gets out of the water, and she all burnt up, and they carry her through the woods, and she dies all slow and shit. But they save the dog.
It was pretty horrible.
It was pretty brutal. And I'm pretty sure Volcano has a scene where a guy, he saves somebody, but like ends up slowly melting into lava, like from the feet down, right? And I'm pretty sure it's the dude who's in Zodiac, who they think is the Zodiac killer in Zodiac.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, that big dude who's in fucking everything. I can't find him in the cast, but I'm pretty fucking sure it's him. Wait, John Carroll Lynch. There he is. John Carroll Lynch. You
John
big
Carroll Lynch.
fucker. Yeah, it's him.
I'll never remember that guy's name.
Yeah, I think he saves a kid. Like he grabs a kid and throws him, but like he has to step into the lava, and he just starts like melting into the lava. And that was gross. It was like T2, but a human.
Ugly way to go. They both have dogs in peril.
Yeah, always dogs in peril, but they're okay. Lots of people died. Dogs are good, which is fine.
That was That was one of the first movies, that I remember being aware of. That like there's a dog in it, and the whole time my dad and I are like arguing over. My dad and I saw Volcano in the theater.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, I remember that, and we had nothing to do, and so we saw it, and we were
It
just
seemed
the
like
two of
something
us.
good to see in the theater. Shit, everybody's
Yeah,
dad loved Tommy Lee Jones in the '90s. You have to
It was a perfect
understand.
movie to go see with your dad. And we were arguing the whole time about whether or not the dog was going to die.
Mm-hmm.
I was of the mind that like, no, they wouldn't kill my dog. My dad just kept going, "Yeah, that thing's toast. just wait, it's coming." And I'm pretty sure it survived. And there was that one scene where like it's barking at the slow moving
Oh,
lava
yeah.
that's like creeping through the house, and
That's
then
right.
he's like punching me in the arm. He's like, "Here it comes, here it comes."
It's evil.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know. I can't think of any other. Are there any other Volcano movies? Like
No, it seems like it could be. It seems like there should be more of them.
right? Like I know there's Journey to the Center of the Earth type movies, and there's usually like some kind of lava in that. But yeah, movies about people running from volcanoes. You'd think they would have made more of them, especially in the disaster movie era in the '70s.
Well, here's the thing too. It's like there's a reason that like you don't see whole towns swallowed by volcanoes anymore, because it just kind of doesn't happen like that. There's like there are ways to measure that kind of activity, and if you know that there's a volcano that's going to erupt, you try not to build your house right next to it.
Yeah, well, that's why these two scenarios were, evocative for a movie. The dormant mountain, like Mount St. Helen, it was in the consciousness, and the goofy shit about a volcano being under L.A.
Yeah, but what if the lava gets into the sewer system and then
Yeah.
But I think once you make those two movies, how the fuck else do you explain a surprise volcano eruption?
Yeah, I checked it out, man. There really isn't much. I mean, there's the one I was going to mention as a joke, Joe versus the volcano.
Oh, yeah.
Tom Hanks.
The volcano is just really like a MacGuffin.
Yeah, 2012 is on here, but that had all kinds of disasters in it.
That featured a volcano.
Yes, just featuring. And then one of the versions of Journey to the Center of the Earth and a bunch of movies you never heard of, like Volcano, Fire on the Mountain.
Well, that's
and there's a movie about Pompeii. Okay, yeah, I figured.
Yeah. The lack of volcano-based movies was what gave me hope that my idea for a Sharknado-style sci-fi movie could actually go somewhere. I had come up with the idea for Bearcano.
I think you've shared this idea with me before.
I have shared Bearcano with you. It's basically Dante's Peak, but you add the variable of like there's a lot of bears on the mountain, and the volcanic activity is driving the bears into the town.
Like how many bears are we talking?
Like a lot. There's been an explosion in like the bear population.
Are they on cocaine?
No, they're not on cocaine, but they are running from lava. And like something happens. There's like a secondary vent that opens up, and now you're encircled by lava, but also like angry bears that are being, driven nuts.
That's a bad day. Fucking
Imagine trying to climb up a tree to get away from the lava.
I don't want to.
And then you look up, and
there's
at
a
the top
bear.
of it, there's already like a black bear up there. Like,
and
what
he's
do you
like,
do?
motherfucker, this is my tree.
Exactly.
You're gonna get clawed up and fall into the lava, bro.
Yeah. What do? You
die.
It writes itself.
Get to work, man. Pound out a draft. I believe in you. I believe in you.
I came up with like 8 of them.
Are they all? Do they all involve bears?
No, but they all involve animals. Just we've talked about them before, but to rattle them off, there was Bearcano.
Yeah.
There was polar flare, which is like polar bears driven nuts by the solar flares.
Oh, so another bear one. Okay.
There's another bear one.
Solar flare. Oh, like the sun. Okay.
Yeah, like there's a solar flare that starts driving the polar bears crazy.
This is all so that you can call it solar bear.
Yes. Or polar flare.
What?
You can call it polar flare or solar bear. The possibilities are endless.
Yes, we will. We will call it both. One will be the
There was-
original. One shall be the sequel. They will be filmed concurrently.
I came up with tarantula,
Tarantula.
a torrential downpour of tarantulas.
But you hate spiders.
I do. They scare me.
You want to? That's like a super arachnophobia movie.
I would just write it and never watch it. But the coup de grace, my favorite ever, was Crab-a-lanche.
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 An avalanche of crabs. And is this in the Bering Sea?
Well, no. The Bering Sea fishing industry has become far too dangerous.
Obviously.
And so now, to meet the world's demand for Alaskan king crab, they genetically engineer it. But they also want to maximize profit, so to save on refrigeration costs, they build a facility where it's already cold, like at the top of a mountain. Where it's just cold. Yeah, so then this shit fails because they cheap out, and it starts to collapse, and all these murder crabs come rolling down the mountain.
And they're pissed. Right.
And there happens to be a ski resort a little further down.
Are they smart? Are they like smarter than your average crab?
I don't think they're smart, but they're huge.
Oh, that does it then. That's all you need.
Because you need more meat.
Yeah. It sounds like bats, but with crabs.
Yeah, Crab-a-lanche.
Yeah, Crab-a-lanche. Someone called, I don't know who you call. Who do you call for Crab-a-lanche, man?
I don't know, man.
Who stars in
Is the
Crab-a-lanche?
Sci-Fi Channel, even Lorenzo Lamas, is he still working?
Louis Gossett Jr., he could limp in, maybe.
I think he died.
Oh, that's a shame. Fuck.
I just get AI to do it.
I guess so. AI can make a great Crab-a-lanche hero.
Yeah.
I think they should just get that guy from Deadliest Catch. That fucking Viking dude. He could act. I think he's a sport.
Ooh, Sig Hansen?
Sig Hansen. Yeah. What's his nickname? Didn't he have a nickname? Some kind of weird Nordic shit they call him? I don't know.
I have no idea.
We were obsessed with that show for a while when we lived in the apartment, man.
It's a good show.
I don't know. I guess. It was one of the few reality shows we could stand.
It was entertaining.
It was good. The early seasons were really fun before, I don't know. I don't think they got performative, but they definitely started realizing how much they were on TV later. Yeah. But those early seasons were kind of neat. That was early in reality TV too, right? It was pretty.
Yeah, like when you thought you were having a bad day at work, you would put Deadliest Catch on, like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, like, God, that fucker's almost getting swept off the fucking boat every day. Like, Jesus, man. No. Getting crushed and smashed and fingers broken. Fucking, phew.
But yeah, man. Volcano, I think could have been something.
I think you might have something there, man. I won't air this episode. We don't tell the world. Keep it under your hat and write it. Write it on your BlackBerry like that chick who wrote fucking goddamn 50 Shades of Grey.
She wrote that on a BlackBerry?
Apparently. Makes a lot of sense if you ever tried to read it.
No, I've not tried to bring those books.
All right. Disaster movies, I guess. Do you have are there any disaster movies you can think of that you like that stand out?
Oh,
that you can watch more than once? Or, I mean, I know I've seen a lot of them and enjoyed them, but kind of once you know what happens, it takes a lot out of it, you know?
Yeah, it does. To answer your question, I really enjoyed Twister.
Yeah, okay. I don't count that one. That's like...
Twister was so good.
Yeah. The sequel was not. Twister was good.
I have not seen Twisters yet. You hated Twisters.
Fucking hated it, dude. I hated it. So I think I hated it more because so many people seemed to like it. It made no sense to me.
I mean, talk about it. We recorded an episode about
I know.
And I don't think it ever aired.
It didn't because, like, I just didn't feel like editing it because I didn't want to revisit it. And by then, Twisters was old. And... but I did rant and rave about it in detail about why I fucking hated it. And we actually met a group of people for the first time that night Then we all saw it that horrid movie together, and afterward we've seen each other all at different places, and we just do like a little twirly thing with our fingers, and it's like we're in a club because we all survived goddamn twisters. We all hated it, all of us, and we were like, surely the world shall hate this as well, and befuddled.
People loved it.
I whatever, man. The first one isn't that good. I mean, the special effects were great for the time, and it was an awesome like thrill movie to see in the theater, especially with theater sound system and shit. It was great, but there is some horrendous dialogue in that movie. And
it's not a good movie.
The science is bad. Like, none of it makes a lot of sense if you think about it too much. But Philip Seymour Hoffman is fantastic. So.
You will rue the day you went up against the extreme. We're talking imminent ruinage.
I think if they had gotten a less serious actress than Helen Hunt at the time, it might not have played as well. I mean, they really got lucky with the casting. And like she balanced out Paxton's cheese just enough to make it, you can't predict it. Like fucking,
you can't predict.
You've never seen it take that house and skip that house and come after you. I love how they anthropomorphize a fucking tornado through that whole movie. But the sequel is just unforgivable.
Like a growl.
Yeah, it totally growls, just like the shark in Jaws 4.
You know what's funny? It's like that movie. Bill Paxton is great.
He's very Bill Paxton-y in that, yeah.
But he's not good in that movie. But despite I like it warts and all. Like there's the one part, like he was not made to raise his voice.
We're going in.
He goes. He's got one line. He's trying to be heard over the din of the storm, and he just goes, "We're storm chasers. It's what we do." And it sounds like they rolled out the Bill Paxton Bot 5000 to deliver that line.
It always said. I think it's partly his accent. It reminds me of like I don't know, Ricky Bobby maybe, like trying to scream through the wind.
You son of a bitch!
I can't hear you. I don't know. The Twisters was so much worse, dude. I mean, you should see it. It's like streaming for free now. My wife hates him more than I do.
Oh, I thought it was you.
No, my wife really hates him and his little tiny face.
Glenn Powell.
Glenn Powell from Top Gun Maverick.
That guy's blowing up.
He is blowing up. He's in everything. He's in something where he has a fake nose and a goatee and he looks really weird. I don't know what it's about.
You know what I saw him in?
Tell me.
I had no idea it was him. He's got a teeny tiny part in Batman: The Dark Knight Rises.
No shit. Where?
He's in the stock exchange, and he says something that's like, "What are you guys doing? You can't do this." And Bane grabs him by the tie and slams his head into a computer.
That's him? No shit.
It's Glenn Powell. Maybe that's how his face got.
Tom Hardy smallified his face. That's what happened.
Yeah, it must be.
Fucker.
It would be extremely painful.
For you? I had something. Glenn Powell did that weird Hitman movie. Christ, was it just called Hitman? Jesus God.
Yeah, I remember seeing something about that.
Nose. It came right out, or like not too long after that, the Killer movie that the Fassbender did.
Oh, I liked that movie.
That was okay. That was pretty neat.
That was good.
That was pretty neat. The Glenn Powell one was not good. To me, anyway, I didn't like it. Hitman. It was fucking called Hitman. Good Christ. I hate it.
I mean, how about you? What's your disaster movie of choice?
I like a couple of them. Like I think The Towering Inferno is actually way better than it has any business being. And
I've never seen that.
It's pretty cool. It's got a crazy cast of
My
veteran.
parents saw that on their wedding night.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's an
I don't
oldie.
know why they went to the movies on their wedding night, but they did.
I mean, can't afford to do much back in the day.
That's true.
They never remade that, right? Towering Inferno. I don't think. No, 74. Yeah, Paul Newman and Steve McQueen. Like, it's a pretty fucking cool cast.
It's been redone like by another name, but it's never
Yeah.
had like a direct remake.
Well, that movie that The Rock did, I think it was called Skyscraper.
Yeah.
Right, Skyscraper or High Rise. I don't know, one of those. That was basically the Towering Inferno. It was the same idea. It was a super advanced, technological building and brand new, and it burns from the bottom up. It's a good. I don't know. I'm not saying that's my favorite. I like the Poseidon Adventure.
Poseidon Adventure's good.
Both
the
of them.
original.
I like both of them. The one with Kurt Russell isn't bad either. But the one I watch, I find I can watch over and over again for some ungodly reason, is Everest.
I liked Everest.
Yeah, you too, with Brolin and everyone, Gyllenhaal
Yeah.
and all everyone was in that.
That was based on a John Krakauer book
Yep.
called Into Thin Air, which I have not read yet, but really want to read. But yeah, it's a true story.
Yeah, there's a documentary called Into Thin Air that they made about the book before they did the movie, and there's like dramatizations in it and shit. It's really good too. If you ever come across it anywhere, check it out. And but no, I love that movie for some reason. I like the pacing of it. I like the arc of it. I don't know, something about it.
Yeah, it's just such a crazy situation too. Like just to get to that elevation, like even to get to base camp, your body is just slowly dying at like a snail's pace. A little bit every day, you're dying. Because your body's not getting enough oxygen.
It was so weird when that movie came out. I knew nothing about. I'd seen movies like K2. I knew the movie shit about mountain climbing, but I didn't know the science of it. And then like you started seeing documentaries and stuff about it leading up to the release, and all of a sudden I knew everything there was to know about the death zone and fucking the drugs they take to like counteract the effects, but it doesn't really work, and the lungs just like start filling up with fluid, right, and shit, and it's a fucking mess. But
it's wild.
And then I got an assignment to write kind of like a listicle about movies about climbing, about mountain climbing and rock climbing. And so I watched a bunch of them, like a whole bunch of them. Rewatched, Cliffhanger and K2 and Vertical Limit and all those shitty fucking climbing movies. And then, I watched a documentary about one. And it had dramatizations in it, and it was fucking intense. I have to look up what it was. It was about a dude who they his climbing friend, he had broken his leg, and his climbing partner was trying to lower him down from a cliff, and then the rope stopped. Like they ran out of rope, and he hadn't hit anything.
Shit.
And he couldn't pull him back up. Like he physically couldn't pull him back up. And he had no choice but to leave him there. So he couldn't see what was below him. He was in a blizzard. He had no orientation of where he was. So instead of like dying there hanging at the rope, he cut the rope. And it turned out like he only fell like 20 feet. And,
no way.
Yeah, and once the storm calmed down, he realized he was laying on like the edge of like this crazy precipice. Like he landed on like the one spot he could have landed on, or he would have totally been dead. And then there's more survival after that. God, I can't remember what the fuck it was called.
Oh, you gotta figure that out. I'll watch that.
So you did some rock climbing and shit, right?
Yes. Yeah, I did a lot of indoor rock climbing, and I had a chance to go outdoor a couple of times. Nothing crazy. It was just like top roping, but for any of those that don't know, those guys are doing what you call like free climbing.
I got it. I'm sorry. Before we move on.
Yeah, what is
it?
it?
Was called Touching the Void.
I've heard of
It
this.
was two climbers' perilous journey up the west face of Ciudad Grande in the Peruvian Andes in 1985.
Yeah, I've heard of this. I've
really
actually
cool.
seen that. I got to watch that.
Yeah.
But yeah, top roping is like you have like a rope that's long enough to have it anchored at the top of a summit, and you have like it needs to be double the length that you're climbing, and you tie off on one end, and your partner who's on belay ties
Just
off on
holding it
the other.
on the bottom, right?
Yeah. As you climb up, they take in the slack.
And if
Then
you
there's
fall,
free
they hopefully
climbing.
catch you, right?
Well, yeah. If you fall, you're not falling any more than like a couple of feet before you hit the end of the rope. Then there's like what these guys do on the mountainside. That's like free. You're placing your own what they call protection. You're placing cams and nuts and and then clipping in as you go. And you have somebody at the bottom of the rope, and if you fall the distance from your last point that you clipped in.
Right.
So if you clipped in 10 feet prior, you're going to fall for 20 feet.
Yeah, that's what they show in movies most of the time.
It's crazy.
That's when you break
But,
out
like,
your bolt gun, right?
Your bolt
Your
gun.
bolt gun and like just shoot bolts into the mountain.
Nobody carries a fucking bolt gun.
It doesn't exist.
Like, yeah, they make those, but like
They're different. They're mostly for like ice screws, right?
what you're doing is you have a drill.
Yeah.
And you fucking you bolt something in, or you hammer in a piton, which is like a metal spike. That's how
No.
they did it
You
right
have a
back in the day.
pneumatic bolt gun that you have on your hip as a climber. I saw a cliffhanger, dude. I've seen it.
It's just all willy nilly. Like, yeah, I need a bolt.
That was a great movie. I don't care. John Lithgow chews up the scenery. It's just wonderful. Vertical Limit is horrific, by the way. It is a horrific climbing movie. I remember when K2 came out. That was very intense and then turned out to not be that great of a flick. It's got Michael Biehn.
Well, K2's interesting because like people tout Everest as like the pinnacle of climbing achievement, but as you saw in the movie Everest and in like anybody that talks about it, like you can pay to have someone guide you up to the summit of Everest.
Yeah, it's
Like,
not.
You just have to be able to pay for it.
Yeah,
you need
and physically
favorable
make it.
weather.
Yeah, it's more like a horribly torturous hike.
Yeah, it's the world's craziest hike.
Yeah,
K2,
not to say
on
it
the
isn't
other
deadly.
hand-
Like people die every year, but it's because of the weather,
yeah,
right?
It's the conditions.
Yeah,
K2, on the other hand, is like considered like the holy grail of climbing because you need to be able to perform every single bit of technical climbing. You need to be able to boulder. There's scrambling. There's ice climbing. There's just every single bit of technical skill you could possibly think of is required to summit K2.
okay.
It's just this insane mixed bag of skills that only like a small handful of people are, physically capable of.
It seems like the movie
wild.
K2 is slightly based on that Touching the Void real story, just the setup, except they put it on K2. Because K2 is the deadliest of the big mountains, right? Like more people have died climbing that, even though it's not the highest.
I don't know that for certain, but that
I
tracks.
swear I heard that, yeah.
Yeah, you have to be technically perfect to survive K2.
Yeah, there's not a lot of mountain climbing movies, but the ones that are good are really freaking cool. And then there's so many good documentaries, like
like Free Solo.
that's one of the few documentaries I can rewatch.
It's a fucking nail biter.
I just like the journey now that I know everything that happens. I kind of just like watching the journey and how they think about it and how weird he is. It's neat. It's a very good documentary.
He's a psycho.
Yeah, he's not normal. He doesn't live any kind of typical life. But I haven't heard about him dying yet, and I really thought I would have in the years after that documentary.
You know what's funny? It's like that documentary shows what was a stunning achievement. Free soloing El Cap is insane.
Yeah.
It's like up there with the first transatlantic flight or any other insane physical achievement. It never to be repeated, and but that guy, what's his name, Alex Honnold?
Yeah.
He climbs constantly, right? Mm-hmm. So there's this other climber. I think he's like Swedish or Norwegian. He's Scandinavian. I think he might be like Finnish. He's his name's Magnus Meatbow. He's insanely strong. He's an extremely skilled climber. Well, he's hanging out with Alex Honnold, and he's like, "What do you want to do?" And he's filming the whole thing. He's like, "Yeah, we're gonna climb. We're gonna do some climbing." I was gonna take you up this thing, but I thought we'd free solo this climb instead. And then Magnus is like, "What?"
I think I've seen this. Yeah,
we're gonna free solo this. I think I sent it to you.
Yeah, maybe a long time ago. Yeah,
he thinks he's just going to hang out with Alex Honnold, and he gets like roped into free soloing what to Alex Honnold is like a jog.
Yeah, and it was like a near-death experience for him.
And for him, he's like, I've never done this. He was
freaking the fuck out. Yeah.
He's an incredible climber. He's like one of the best. But he doesn't do the free solo thing with no ropes. And so
it's a whole different
what would
game.
Normally be an easier climb for him, all of a sudden is like life and death stakes.
Well, remember I said there was an earlier movie about the Everest, the Krakauer book? It was called Into Thin Air, Death on Everest.
Book, yeah.
That came out in 1997. It was a TV movie. And I saw that, too, when I was watching all these. And it sticks a bit closer to his book than the movie does. The movie blended a couple characters and, skipped a couple things. But, it's still really good. I'm just saying. If you do come across that movie someday, it's worth it. And you'd get more.
Right.
There's an old climbing movie called The Eiger Sanction. Have you ever heard of that one?
No.
Yeah.
The Eiger is in Germany, I think.
Oh,
right?
yes, very much so. The Eiger Sanction is a Clint Eastwood flick from 1975. It's like one of the first, if not the first, big budget climbing movie where they actually had actors do some climbing. And as because he was everything that is man, Clint Eastwood was into mountain climbing for a while when he was in his prime.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, it was he directed it too. It was one of his first directing gigs. So it's a little weird. It's got kind of some weird, strange beats in the beginning. The setup is a little strange, but it's not too dissimilar from the setup for Cliffhanger. So it's gotta wonder about that. But yeah.
So let me ask you a question. Is Cliffhanger a disaster movie, a la like Twister and?
No, it's a crime movie. I would think it's a man versus nature / crime movie.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. The disaster in Everest is the storm, I think.
The storm. Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah. And 14 Peaks. That's the other one I was trying to think of. That's a documentary, a climbing documentary about that. He's a Nepalese climber. What the fuck was his name? Here, hold on. It came out in 2021. 14 Peaks. Nothing is impossible. Film follows Nepalese mountaineer Nirmal Purja and his team as they attempt to climb all 14 8,000er peaks within a record time of under 7 months.
That's crazy.
The previous record was over 7 years. So
do it in 7 months.
Yeah, it was wild, dude. Just the footage they got doing it too, and how many miles they traveled all over the world. It's nuts.
I read a book about mountain climbing.
What?
It was bizarre. You've ever read Dan Simmons?
No.
Dan Simmons is like he exists in like the same sphere as Stephen King.
Okay.
Whereas it's sci-fi, it's horror, it's macabre.
Okay.
But it's really good. I love his work. He wrote a few books that I loved. He wrote a book called The Terror, which was turned into a show. It was a historical fiction about what really happened to the Franklin expedition through the Arctic Sea to try to find the Northwest Passage and never returned. And hilarity ensues.
You're damn right.
He wrote a sci-fi book called Hyperion, which is absolutely mind-blowing. It won the Hugo. It was an incredible read.
Okay.
There's two of those. There's Hyperion and Fall of Hyperion. And those are among his best-known works. He also wrote this book called Abominable.
You're really? Is it about the abominable snowman?
He wrote a book called Abominable, and like it essentially it's another historical fiction that takes place like there's this climbing expedition to try to summit Everest, and I can't remember the setup, but like the bad guys are essentially pre-World War II Nazi brown shirts that are also mountain climbers, and then they all start dying one by one, but they're being like savagely torn apart on the mountainside by something nobody knows what it is.
What could it be?
Insane. What could it be that's doing these abominable things to people?
I don't know. What could it be? It's Harry and the Hendersons.
The crazy part is I loved it. It was cheesy, but I loved it. It was a great book.
All right.
Some of his stuff has been made into things, but I don't think that one's going to get the silver screen treatment.
No, well, it can't be any...
It's a great climbing book.
It can't be better than The Man Who Killed Hitler and Then Bigfoot. I mean, they're in the same sphere.
It's shockingly close.
Did you ever see that Gem from 2018?
I've heard about it.
Sam Elliott, what were you doing, man? How much did they pay you?
Hey, man needed a paycheck.
I suppose.
Yeah, The Abominable was pretty good.
All right, I'll have to check her out, man. I'll check it out.
Read The Terror first. The Terror was one of the most surprisingly good books I've ever read.
All right.
I bought it in a used bookstore expecting nothing, and I was like, this is awesome.
I got less than nothing. Bill Paxton is in Vertical Limit. I mean, he just keeps rolling around. He never stops. He does some terrible climbing with Scott Glenn and Robin from Batman Forever. Chris O'Donnell. Yeah, he's the main dude in that.
Vertical Limit. I've heard of that.
If you watch the
movie.
trailer, you would remember seeing that they marketed the living Christ out of it.
You know, it's funny. Like I just asked you earlier if Cliffhanger was like a disaster movie, and you're like, no, but it's like it exists in another sphere of like crime movie mixed with hero with very specific skill set.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like Cliffhanger comes to mind. I don't know what the shtick in like Vertical Limit is, but like what's another one that comes? Remember Terminal Velocity?
Fuck yeah, skydiving movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Was
that the one with Wesley Snipes, or was that the one with Charlie Sheen?
Charlie Sheen.
Oh, okay. Wesley Snipes did one.
Passenger 57.
Was that had skydiving in it too, right?
I don't know, maybe. He was an air marshal, I think.
Yeah, I remember Terminal Velocity, because then you learned what terminal velocity meant. That's pretty sweet. And all of these came from Point Break.
Right.
Giving us skydiving in movies. Did you ever see any of the behind-the-scenes shots of how they filmed that shit?
No. Weren't they like in the...
They're just hanging them from cranes.
Oh, really?
And just with a wind.
Like a fan?
Yeah, with a fan and shooting them from below. That's all they...
It looked really good.
The way it was cut together, man, it looked good enough. I bought it. It was awesome. That was a horrendous remake that had a lot of climbing in it, actually.
That had climbing, yeah.
The remake did, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't...
I never saw it, but like...
I saw the clip of the climbing on YouTube. It was plenty.
They were free soloing.
Yes, they were. Really hard. Really hard. 127 Hours is a rock climbing movie, for sure. Not a mountain climbing movie. But it's more of a self-amputation movie, I guess. That's a survival movie, not a disaster.
Yeah.
Personal disaster.
Personal disaster.
I haven't seen that in a long time. Whatever. I think we've explored climbing movies. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
But like for disaster movies, man. Like, so yeah, you had Dante's Peak and Volcano. The
1 year. 3 months
twin
apart.
eruption movies. You had like you say, you had Armageddon and Deep Impact.
Yeah, that's what they were. All right, so here it is. Who had the better heroic figure melting scene? Was it Grandma gets run over by an acid lake, or was it the Zodiac killer gets swallowed by lava, like Terminator?
I don't know, man. I think like I think for the gimmick, the Zodiac guy, it was like a heroic act because you know you're gonna die. But I think the grodier one that stuck with me was Grandma, just like pulling the boat. That was nuts.
Yeah, like if she had died at the scene, it wouldn't have been so bad. But the fact that like Pierce Brosnan has to carry her burned carcass through the woods until she's like, "Put me down, it hurts too much." Like, Jesus Christ, man.
This is
Like,
just so gnarly.
Like, just kill the dog. You don't have to do this to us. Like, if you really want to just fucking destroy our hearts, kill the dog. But they save the dog. He jumps into the pickup truck. It was adorable.
Yeah, the dogs. That was like I said, that was firmly put in my mind that the dog can't die in a movie.
Well, if like why it's too low hanging fruit for audience manipulation. You know, like why include the dog if you know you're going to have it get killed? There's only one reason,
right?
And it's cheap. It's unless it's John
There's
Wick. Only one. I was just going to say there's one movie that it can be, it's okay because he kills so many people in response.
I saw some like behind the scenes shit about the making of that, and they're like, "Wait a minute!" They're reading the script. They're like, "We're gonna kill the dog," like, and everyone's freaking out. Like, you don't do that. You just don't do it in a movie.
And it's a little beagle, and it's horrible.
Yeah, it's beagle puppy.
They're gonna do it all. It's going to be
and
so
when
sad.
They were filming it, they were like, "What are we doing? Like, this isn't going to work." And then it wound up being so satisfying.
I'm glad that it became so talked about because I knew, like, it was very hard to not know going into that movie that there was a dead dog. You know, if you weren't like on opening night, you heard what the basic plot was.
Yeah,
and I didn't see John Wick in the theater. It didn't have a big theatrical run.
No, it gained a bunch of momentum after the theater release because it just had so much buzz around it.
I remember,
everyone was like, "I gotta find this."
I remember seeing it at home, and I'm like, I saw the trailer, and I'm like, that's Keanu doing hardcore Keanu shit. This looks pretty fucking cool. And I watched it alone one night when I couldn't sleep. And it was so fucking good. I was like, what the fuck? And
I
then
heard about it at work. People were like, "Did you know about this Keanu Reeves movie?" And I start rattling stuff off. They're like, "No, it's like something John Wick." And I was like, "What's John Wick?" I had no clue.
No clue. And then the next week, it was everywhere. It was everywhere. And now there's going to be 5 of them, and a TV show.
Oh, 5. Oh, the ballerina one?
Well, no, I think there already was a TV show about...
Tales from the Continental or something?
Yeah, it was about Ian McShane's character when he was young. I didn't see any of it. And then, now there's the ballerina movie is going to be a movie, right?
Yeah, that actually looks kind of cool.
It's kind of neat because Keanu's in it. Like I didn't know that it took place during John Wick 3. That kind of makes it all right. I thought it was just going to be like a spin-off, you know? That's cool. Yeah, man, I watched them all. I saw all 4 of them. I saw all but the first one in the theaters. They were just a lot of fun. I'll see the next one, man, whatever. In fact, I owe the first one a rewatch. It's been a long time. It's still the best, though. The first movie,
I watched it recently.
all by itself, is fucking awesome. Like, if they hadn't made any more, that would have been great. That would have been fine with me. The world building in that is goofy to me, you know, but hinting at it the way they did in the first one without too much explanation, I really liked, you know.
I like the receptionists, all the tattooed receptionists.
Yeah, it was just such a weird little touch because you barely saw them, and that was great, you know. But then if you try to explore it too much, it's kind of weird and goofy, and you know the gold coins thing and just the whole continental system. They gave you just enough to imagine like this highly improbable underworld of secret assassins. And, you know, of course, they have to try to explain too much when they make sequels, but just enough in that first movie. It was just rich enough to make it more than a simple revenge movie, you know? Fucking great car chases, too. Fucking awesome, awesome shootouts. The club scene, in what is it, the Red Square? I think the club is called. That's just
the Red Circle.
Red Circle. That whole fucking sequence is so cool, just from beginning to end. Just awesome, dude. Awesome. All right. Keanu Reeves was not in Volcano or Dante's Peak. It's unfortunate.
Which one's better?
A better movie or more fun to watch?
Both. Which one's better and which one's more fun?
Dante's Peak is a better movie, and I think it's it's better written. I think Volcano's probably like if you're drinking with your buddies, it'd be a lot of fun to make fun of it because I just remember them building these street barricades to like redirect the lava flow and shit, and they like build it out of cars, you know, because of course lava wouldn't melt a car, right?
Right.
And
it's only
molten
stuff,
rock,
like the hardest shit on earth, melted into liquid.
So, you know, there's some shit to laugh at for sure. And there's some fucking goofy deaths in that from what I remember. And Tommy Lee Jones is just, he was in that period after he did The Fugitive where they were just paying him to be Tommy Lee Jones in movies.
Oh, yeah.
Like he wasn't acting at all, you know, like the man can act. Like we've all seen him, but he was just cruising through these movies like U.S. Marshals and this. Like, he's just showing up to be him. You know, he's just got a different job every time. He's pissed off about something. Pissed off at Anne Hesh through this whole movie.
I don't care.
I don't care what that tornado's going to do. I watched that fucking movie of his. I love Rolling Thunder from when he was really young.
Oh, you've told me about that.
Yeah, I saw that again not too long ago. I pulled it off the shelf. It gets better every time I see it. It's wonderful. You got to see
the
that.
Australian one?
Is that Australian? No.
Oh,
No.
I don't know what I'm thinking of.
I don't either. Oh, we talked about this. I watched Crocodile Dundee the other day, the first one, and it was wonderful. It's so stupid. It's exactly how I remember it. Which is nice. I'll have to watch the second one soon. I'm not going to watch the third one. I'm not doing it. All right, so that catches us up. Anything else about these wonderful lava-filled rock movies? No? All right.
I don't know, man. It's just, again, it's just that we keep coming across these things that are nearly identical and are coming out so close together, like within months of each other. I think the craziest example was Stir of Echoes and The Sixth Sense were literally a month apart.
Yeah, that was fucking nuts. These are like, yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, these are at least like 3 months apart, but that's really close
That's
too.
Still,
you know,
extremely. You figure it takes a couple of years to make a movie from start to finish.
Yeah, especially back then to get it released and all. Like, we're gonna have to make a chart of the production companies that made these and see if there's some kind of like spying or rivalry or something. Because people have pointed this out before. We're not the first people to point out these very similar movies, but throughout the 90s, they just kept happening. I wonder if it was a script thing or... I don't know, man. We got to get a Hollywood insider. We got to interview them.
A Hollywood insider?
Yeah, a buddy of mine knows them. That dude Mike from the Blair Witch Project.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I bet he knows.
Have all the answers.
I bet he knows, bro. I bet he knows.
Get him on the horn.
We'll get him in here. We'll get him on.